All right, it's time to talk about money. It's never fun, but it's time. I'm just going to have you know that I now know that plumbers are essential workers during the pandemic because one was in my house last week for a major plumbing disaster that cost a ton of money. I just had some really huge financial loss this week, very big stress, and now they're talking about pay cuts for all of us at the hospital. I think none of us are safe from being affected by the financial fallout, but let's be real, there are people who are never going to recover. Never. And my heart bleeds thinking about them. And then there are some people out there like me who may be experiencing some real financial stressors, some things that are giving us real anxiety, but we still have food on the table and a shelter over our heads, and hopefully, we'll make it through. And there's all kinds of feelings that go around with that. There's fear, anxiety, guilt, because if we have food and shelter, we shouldn't complain or be fearful or upset. Shame about having those feelings, anger about, it just goes on and on. There's so many feelings that I'm hearing and that I know as a human we're experiencing. And so I think it's just time to talk about money. So money's real, and it's a real struggle. And happiness, money may not buy happiness, but I worked with a native healer once who I loved, who taught me that, he said, Tanmeath, money won't buy you happiness, but it sure will take the edge off. And, it's real. If you don't have the money you need for your basic life needs, you are not going to be happy. Let's be real. But then there's all this stress around money that is real as well, that maybe not threatening our immediate basic needs, but it makes us really fearful and anxious. So I just think it's time we talk about how to manage that fear and anxiety. Because what I want you to know is that when we're anxious and fearful about money, it's just bringing us back to our fear and anxiety about everything going on, right? What will happen? Will I recover from this? Will my job still be there? Will my pay be the same? Will I need to find a new job? On and on and on. And so those are all real, but we've got to figure out how to get back to a place of calm, a place of centeredness, so that we can manage what to do. I don't know if you can hear, there's an airplane going above me, and I have to tell you, it's rare these days that I hear an airplane outside, but there is one. Anyway, so what do? How do you get back to a place of calm so that you can manage the money issue or figure out what to do next? What's my next best move? So I'm going to tell you one concept that might help you think about money a little differently, and then 2 strategies to manage the fear and anxiety around money, okay? First, the concept. So the concept is that this is from Ken Hondo, who's a famous Japanese writer who writes about money and about clearing out the energy of money. He's considered the Marie Kondo of money in Japan, and because he talks about money being energy. But something he said really sat with me and stayed with me, and that was that money is like air. It's in you, it's around you. You breathe it in, you breathe it out. It comes in, it comes out. And, it's kind of simple and basic, and also maybe a little woo-woo, you might think, but gosh, it really helped me have this concept that money is just this energy, this air that I'm breathing in and out every day. And even though I've lost a ton of it in the last 2 weeks, it's just energy and air that I'm breathing in and out. Now, I'm going to tell you, I'm anxious and I'm scared about the money loss, but that really helps me come back to a place of calm centeredness. And that's what we need to do to make the next best decision, right? So I just want you to think about that. The other thing I do with that concept is I stop and I take a deep breath and I think about money in, money out, money in, money out. And it settles me. So just try it. It's a concept to try. So I'm going to give you 2 strategies to try if you're fearful or anxious about any financial hardship or economic or job stress or threat. And one is to actually take a list, to make a list of all the things that you're grateful for that money cannot buy. Okay, so it can't be your car, and it can't be your house, and it can't be food. Actually, it can only be things that money cannot buy. And just keep going as long as you can. Grateful for this, grateful for that, grateful for this, grateful for that. And none of it is purchasable with money. And at the end, just see what kind of list you have and do that every day for at least 2 weeks and see what happens. It can be the same things every day if it is, but more things will come to you as you keep doing it. So it's a beautiful exercise of just kind of a gratitude burst of money-free things. And the second thing is to actually realize that when you're feeling fearful and anxious about money, you're feeling fearful and anxious in your heart, you're feeling anxious and you're suffering. And so simply giving yourself some loving kindness by just saying things like, may I be safe, may I live with ease, whatever it is you want to say. But I say it over and over, may I be safe, may I live with ease, may I be safe, may my heart be at ease, whatever it is that works for you. The true practice of metta and loving kindness you do for yourself and then you do for others. Now, that really helps me because, like I said, my heart is bleeding for people who are not going to have shelter or food like they do now. And so after I give myself some centeredness about my fear and anxiety, I give them some loving kindness. May they be safe. May they live with ease. Because in the end, we're all connected. And if there's one thing this pandemic has taught us, is that we're all connected. And the health and joy and happiness and basic security of everyone else is important to all of us. So let's just use our financial stress as a way to manage our overall fear and anxiety, our lack of groundedness, and a way to really connect ourselves to each other because we're all experiencing it, okay? So the concept is money's like air. It's flowing in you and around you. And then the strategies are to make a list of gratitude for 2 weeks of things money cannot buy, and to give yourself and others loving kindness with 2 to 4 phrases that work for you. So many people use phrases like, may I be safe, may I live with ease, may I be healthy, may I be happy, all those kinds of things. May I be stress-free, whatever it is that you'd like to say. And you can say that to yourself every morning when you wake up as a little meditation, and then pass it on to others. So I hope that helps. This financial stress is real. If any of you are feeling it, I'm sending you my loving kindness that you will be safe and that more ease come to you. Taking a deep breath with you, and we'll get through this together. All right? Okay. Bye for now.